Hello and welcome to the Inter Save on Championship Manager 0102. This is episode 15. And in this episode, we have a special two-game episode. First up, Inter and Brescia in the Serie A, followed by the second leg of our Coppa Italia match against Perugia. Now, if you're liking what I'm putting up, please subscribe so you know when the new videos are coming out. Leave a like if you like this video and leave some comments about what's going on and your thoughts on the series so far. So, quickly having a look at Serie A. Now, you might notice from the table there, but we'll drop back and have a look at what the actual results were. Juve and Como have played out a 1-1 draw. Alessandro Del Piero with a goal. Mark Uliano with the man of the match. Pasquale Palladino with the goal for Como. Real captain's effort there. Chance injured and Montero injured. Injuries on both sides there and a pretty average crowd, has to be said. How big? That is super small for Juve coming to town. How big is the Como Stadium? 15,000. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense now. Okay. In the other game, Lazio and Roma. It was the Rome derby and Lazio have come out victorious. Enrico Chiesa with 2 goals, the 8 rating, the man of the match, Dejan Stankovic with the 7 rating, Jaap Stam playing well, Angelo Peruzzi playing well, Walter Samuel for Roma putting in an effort, Gabriel Batistuta playing well. Looks like Totti hasn't played. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's dive a little deeper into that nugget of information. Yes, Totti is injured. He's out for 2 weeks with a damaged foot. There you go. So Lazio now on top of the table with their, let's have a look at the table. And they've got a game in hand as well. So game in hand and a point clear already of the chasing pack. We've got our game in hand. Brescia also with the game in hand, which we're making up today. This could potentially take Brescia up to, let's have a look. That's an 11 goal difference. So that'll could take them up to 4th. For us, our offense has been all but anemic. Luckily for us, our defense has been equally anemic. So we're not looking too bad, but we've only scored 10 goals 11 games into the season. So that's seriously disappointing. Win for us will take us onto 22 points, which that would mean Brescia stays where they are, so we'd go up to 6th. No, if we win, we'll go above Bologna. Yeah, we'll go above Bologna. We'd go up to 4th with a win here. Man, this late in the season, to go from 9th to 4th with 1 win that's crazy. Things are so tight right now. So let's have a quick look at our team. We're going to play Toldo, Zanetti, Coco, Cordoba, Cannavaro for Renos because Del Mar's pretty exhausted right now from the midweek action. Di Biagio, Burak Okan, Alvaro Recoba, Hernán Crespo and Christian Vieri all playing. As you can see there, we're going to need some backup on the bench because we've got some players who are pretty tired. Conceição, if I could, I probably wouldn't be playing him, but I'm going to need him as backup with Gulli out, Almeida out, and we're even playing we've got Vivas and Serena on the bench as well. So we're really exhausting our options right now. We're going to go with the same tactics that we have been playing lately. The training we've been doing seems to have been working. We're going to have Recoba as our playmaker. Potentially, I don't really like having forwards as playmakers, so I think we're going to leave it at that. Continue. Let's rock on. Brescia. Now, Luca Toni up front. Roberto Baggio up front. Seric on the wing. Giunti? There you go. In the middle, Stefan Appia, Bacchini, Pisano, Lincini, Martinez and Shop. Serini in goal. they've come out as a tough team. We've got De Niro on the bench. Anyone else to worry? Not really anyone to worry about on the bench. We're going to have to keep an eye on Baggio and Tony and just see if they are causing us trouble and if we might need to man mark. So we'll see what happens. We're playing at home, so we can play attacking, and they're playing men behind ball as well. So they are playing for a draw if they've got men behind the ball. Fieri early. Oh. Cobra looking dangerous on the wing already. Oh. Rakova taking out Luca Toni. I'm not even sure who got the yellow card that time. That was an action-packed first 10 minutes. Now it's certainly quietened down. This is not looking good. We need to back off our tackling. It's just not working for us. Let's go to short as well while we're here. Our tackling is picking us up a lot of cards. Our disciplinary record isn't great. It needs to be better. Rakova. Rakova has been a weapon on the wing ever since we've started playing him there. So I think that's been a good move. Okan! Coming on as a replacement for Conceição. And he's scored himself a goal. Crespo, oh! 2 goals here would be just that little layer of comfort we need. Toldo saved it. There was 3 minutes of injury time there, so that's a lot relatively. Now 3 on target to their 1 on target. Our passes are much better than theirs. Tackles not as great. Headers not as great. So we're living with that at the moment. Our ratings have not really been good, despite the way that we've been playing. Then again, neither is theirs. So Stefan Appiah is playing really well in the centre of the pitch. I might, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to man mark Appiah with Di Biagio. Marking Di Biagio. Yeah, Farinos. Okay. So we're going to go zonal. We're going to not only switch these 2 around, but change their runs. Actually, undo. Oh, it's not going to let me. All right. Farinos is still an Appiah. So let's just cancel out. Yes, cancel out. Stop Farinos' runs. Swap them there. Will that change who they're marking? No. So we'll undo, cancel, yes, go back in. Right. So let's have Farinos staying where he is. Di Biagio is still coming back. And we'll have Farinos on Stefan Appiah just to try and make things a little bit more balanced for us, I suppose, in the middle of midfield. Still happy with the wingers coming up for the moment. I'm anticipating these guys have gone to either not. No, they haven't. They have not changed their tactics at all from the looks of that. So we're good to be doing what we're doing. Let's go on normal so we don't get caught when they do change their tactics. And immediately, they're coming forward a bit more. We want to see if they've got men behind the ball. Appiah again proving himself to be a bit of a weapon. Okay, normal and no one behind the ball. So they're not pressing us, which means short's going to be fine. Normal's fine. Tackling normal. Still want to press. Maybe we don't want to press. Still play the offside trap. We don't want to give them the time on the ball, but we don't want them beating us either. Oh, here we go. Oh, Francesco Toldo, you beautiful, beautiful man. Oh, yep. So taking pressing off hasn't worked for us. Let's keep that on. Absolutely, let's keep that on. Quick scan of the ratings at the moment. You've got a 7 and a 7. No one's playing particularly poorly. Rakova's a little bit tired, but not too tired. Who have we got on the bench that could do a good defensive midfield job? You know what? Let's pull back Di Biagio. Let's bring Rakova up into a cam role. We'll still have our winger here, and we're going to bring off Farinos, who is a bit of a young buck at the moment. And we're going to bring him off for, I want to say, Emre. Is who I need to make the change for here. Yes. So Farinos off for Emre. The diamond in CM is a bit of a favourite formation for me, so this should be good. Let's change our marking because we don't want Emre man marking. We want Di Biagio man marking. Who is M? Zalem. It's not going to let me mark Appiah. So let's take him off man marking. It's not going. Hang on, that was Appiah there. Alright. Could be dangerous though. He's dealing with two players. So let's see how this does us. Bit of a risky change. We're going defensive here because this is getting dangerous. Rakova. Well, the change seems to have worked for us. Let's go defensive, let's go direct, and let's stop these runs. Now, I have also remembered Rakova, we're going to need to change his instructions purely because he was set up as a winger. So forward runs, yes, we still want him making forward runs. We probably don't want Crespo making them as much. You could theoretically have either of them making runs. Run with the ball, yes, we're still happy with that. Let's have them both making runs. Rakova not making runs. Actually, yes, no. Alright, swap that around. I'm remembering what works. Leave me alone. Crespo, Vieri. Vieri holding up the ball, still happy with that. Long shots, Rakova, yes. Trying through balls, yes. So still playing him essentially as a winger. It might be Emre, who we need to be worried about here. Crossing, crossing, crossing. Crossing, Rakova, no. Emre, yes. Alright. Rock and roll. I'm back to tinkering. Back to tinkering. We want marking. Cordoba and Cannavaro both marking respectively. Tony and Baggio. Let's actually bring Di Biagio back further. I think that's going to be a better outcome for us. Five at the back. Oh, Vieri. Acres of space, apparently. Di Biagio, well done. Appia causing us trouble. Martinez, Pisano now. Recoba, oh! That's the whistle. We've taken the win, so extremely happy with that result. That's going to mean us jumping up a reasonable way in the table. We've had the 3 shots on target to their 4 on target, so they're going to feel a little bit hard done by with this result. Offsides, they've had more than we have, but only just. Passes, we were passing well today. Our tackles, we were tackling okay, relatively, and our headers have come up as well. So I'm pretty happy with that result overall. It's achieved what we wanted to. Toldo with 9 ratings, Zanetti with an 8, Crespo and Vieri with 8s as well. Fantastic performance from them. It's Daniele Lincini who's got the man of the match with a 9 rating for them in defence. Matteo Serini, my apologies, in goal also rating really well, but that looks like all they've really done. If we take a look at the league table, we've moved up to 5th with that result, which means there's been some other games today. Yes, there has. Okay, so let's take a look at the other results that have come out of today's games. Atalanta beating Udinese 3-1. Comiandini with a goal. Cristiano Doni with a man of the match performance for Atalanta, and Daniele Beretta coming off the bench in the 50th minute and scoring 2 goals. That's a magnificent performance from him. How he hasn't gotten man of the match out of that, I'll never know. Castanyanka, great performance for Udinese. Morgan De Sanctis has not played well in goal for them, so they've had 1 shot on target and scored a goal. They've had 4 on target and scored 3. So goalkeeper's not really worth their weight in this one. Bologna have lost to Empoli, so that's a pretty big result in terms of top of the table standings. Signori with the man of the match for the losing side. Julio Ricardo Cruz with a goal for them. Francesco Tavano with a goal for Empoli and an 8 rating. Vanucci with a goal as well and an 8 rating. So Di Natale with a 9. Kribari with a 9. I wonder why Signori's gotten the man of the match. That's a really weird one. Okay. In any case, moving on, we'll skip the Chievo Modena game. It's a bit of a bottom of the table clash. Parma beating Piacenza. Parma 2-1. Adriano 2 goals. Hideyoshi Nakada subbed. Adrian Mutu with the 8 rating. Junior with the 9. Caccia with the 8 rating and the goal for Piacenza. Magnoni, Boselli, both 8 ratings. Guadalben with the 8 rating and goal for them. Whew. Looks like that was a big goal. 38th and 78th minute goals from Adriano, who at this stage I don't think had played for Inter yet. No, so he could potentially be a transfer target for us. He's going to cost us quite a bit of cash, I would suggest. That looks like it. Roughly, I'd say that's going to be somewhere between 15 and 20 million pound if we wanted to buy Adriano, which is our entire transfer budget. We've already got some money committed, which we'll get to in a month's time. Once the transfer window opens, you'll see some of the signings we have made. Finally, Torino and Regina, which we won't take a look at because of their standing. So there you have it. We've still got the game in hand. So we could theoretically, well, that's over Atalanta, so maybe not as much. But we've come rocketing up the table again, and this is following the board confidence telling us that they're generally satisfied with us. So we're not out of the woods yet as far as the board goes, but it looks like we're going to keep our job through Christmas, which is far better than I did in my very first intersave. So I'm very happy with that. Now, from here, we'll probably move on. Let's take our penalty takers off. We'll move on to our next match in 3 days' time, and we will pick it up shortly. And welcome back. We're now heading into the game against Perugia in the Coppa Italia. Now, there was one result I saw that some people might be interested in, particularly if you're Australian. Now, taking a look at this, we've got Wollongong Wolves playing in the Club World Championship, losing 4-1 to Liverpool. Emil Heskey with a goal, and amazing performance. Richie Partridge with the 8 rating there, the Irishman. And the goal. Milan Barosh with the goal, and Dimitrov with the goal as well. For Wollongong, they actually got on the score sheet here. David Savinsky with a 7 and a goal. As you can see, there's a 4 there for Clint Marcel. Lots of 5s. Anthopoulos, Wizarek, Siciliano. Not great. Not great, which is what you'd expect, to be honest, but thought that was a little interesting tidbit over there. Now, moving on to our team heading into this game against Perugia. We took the 1-0 win in the first leg. Let me just double check that. Yes, we did. We took the 1-0 win in the first leg. So, good result for us. A draw. Any kind of draw will be good for us. Losing 2-1. Losing by anything other than 1-0 would be good for us as well. So we're looking pretty safe, but who knows what's going to happen, to be honest, in this game. I'm really tempted to sit Cordoba because he's not playing well. Materazzi's not playing well. I'm thinking it's time to bring in either Gamara or Adani here. Just having a look at the marking, 19, tackling 17. Yeah, let's bring in Adani and sit Cordoba for a game. Give him a bit of a rest. He's currently wanted by Parma. There you go. So let's bring him in for a little while. I really want to sit Zanetti and Coco because they are getting flogged with these fixtures. Let's potentially bring in... he's lacking match practice. And is he a right footer? He can use either. Let's bring in Vivas for Zanetti. That's a risk. That's a huge risk, but Zanetti needs a break, man. Dude has played almost every game for us so far. Frenos still playing for us. DiBiagio still playing for us. Not much we can do there because we don't have anyone else on the bench. That said, Delmar could come on. Actually, let's do that. Let's bring on Delmar, given that Zanetti isn't playing. Okan had a pretty good game last time out. Rakoba had a good game last time out, but he's getting pretty tired. So let's bring Emre on. What else do we need to do here? That's pretty much it from them. Now, Vieri, given his injury history, we're going to take off and bring on Colon. You know what? Let's actually bring on Obafemi Martins. Ooh, that's a risk. With his age, that is a huge risk. Nope. Reversing that decision, let's have Obafemi Martins. We've got Rakoba on the bench, Vieri. Maybe we bring on Martins as our third sub there in attack. And we'll go from there. So playing away from home, we don't want to be attacking. We want to play normal. We want to tackle normal. We don't want to pick up any more cards. We still want to press them. We still want to play the offside trap. We want to give them some headaches if we can. Crespo is going to take our free kicks. Long shot. Ooh, geez, is he though? We'll revise that in due course. Delmar, playmaker in the middle. That sounds good to me. Corners coming in from Coco. What's his crossing like? Yeah, that's not bad. Crossing, but his set pieces aren't great. We're sort of missing that. We're missing that depth in free kick and corners, to be honest. I'd like to have a little bit more, but I don't think that's going to happen this season. Attributes, I want attacking, I want our long shots. Recoba, no surprise there. Vieri is next best. Delmar is the next best. So let's have Delmar taking our free kicks. Okay. Continue. Happy with Cannavaro being our captain in Zanetti's absence. Now, how are Perugia lined up? They're still rated as industrious by our scouts. Zelko Kalac, Spider is in goal. Incredible. Has not played at Milan at this point, so is yet to join Milan as a backup. But the big Spider in goal. Now I'm worried. Zizas Vrijas up front, Nicola Amoruso up front as well. Smelko on the wing, Fusani on the wing. No, Fusani in the middle. Ooh. This could be an interesting game. Similar to the last game, it wasn't a walkover. Let's see what happens. Okay, Delmar. The good thing about Cullen is he's super quick. Crespo there with a shot and Spider doing his job. Delmar, oh, easy one for Spider. Oh, they are challenging it. Oi! Challenging the goal. Right, here we go. Oh, shirt pulled. Calon. Oh. Calon is dangerous when he plays. Certainly potential for a super sub. Okan Crespo. Bottom of the post again. Recoba did that in the last match too. Bit of a shove. DiBiagio looks like he wants to pick up his next yellow card. Oh no. This looks, it's settling down a little bit, but they're still coming forward at us. Perugia now. Oh, handball. What a way to kill an attack. Crespo and Vivas. Delmar! Magnificent having him on. He scored another goal. Showing his worth right now. That's 3 shots on target to us, 2 to Perugia. You'd have to say this game is now almost out of reach. Perugia would need to win this thing 3-1 for it to be over. So they need another 3 goals at this point to actually progress. The passes not doing too bad. Tackles, I'm pleased with that. Now headers, I'm pleased with that. So I'm enjoying what we're doing in training, it seems. We're winning a lot more headers than we were. Ragano and Loretto playing well for them in defence. So we might need to press with our attackers. Have a look at that from our defenders. Vivas coming on. He is on the transfer list. He's the 32-year-old Argentinian. But certainly showing a bit of worth. He could be a... Maybe I've dismissed him a bit too early, that he could be a solid backup for either Coco or Zanetti if we need him. Either way, I'm happy with what's going on here. I'm expecting them to be attacking, yes. Alright, so let's... I still want to play normal. I still want to press them with the offside trap. And I want to counter-attack them. If we can. So... I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to sign my own warrant here, but I'm going to rely on a little bit of speed from us. Rizas. Dangerous. Now here comes our counter. Here comes our counter. Oh! He was pushed, ref! How can you not give a free when he's pushed? Hernan Crespo coming to our rescue there. Better believe I'm going to make a complaint about this referee. Oh, Rizas pulling one back for Perugia. Let's make a couple of changes now. Bring on some fresh legs. Oh, this has been a bit of a rough old game, it seems. Daniele Adani is not having a great game, has to be said. Del Mar's down to a 79, but he's playing wonderfully, so I'm not taking him off. Alright, let's take off Adani and bring on Materazzi. Swap Cannavaro and Materazzi just to see if it makes a difference. They've not been playing well, like Cannavaro and Materazzi have not been playing well in the positions that they've been in, so I want to make some form of change. Crespo and Colon playing magnificently up front. I might bring on Martins for the last couple of minutes, if I do get a chance. And still happy with the normal counter-attacking. This feels alright. Spider's playing well. Rosa. Good thing he's missed there. Calon. Oh! Coco Materazzi. Oh, these have been good corners. It might be worth keeping Coco on the corners here. Wow. This ref again. All right, as promised, let's have a look at bringing Martins on. Crespo. Zelko Kalac again. Our downfall. So let's bring on Obafemi Martins because I want him to get a little bit of game time. And we've had some really tough draws in the Coppa Italia so far. So this might be the only chance we have to really mix up our team, play a young player. Oh wow, Martin's already getting involved. And that's game. So Inter going through 1-3 on aggregate against Perugia. 8 shots on target to their 3. Passes completed, dropped a little bit. Tackles won have dropped a little bit. Headers won. 50-50 is not bad. I'll take that given how we were performing. Luca Ragno with the man of the match for Perugia. Zelko Kalac, the Spider, having a magnificent game. I thought that was going to be the case. This is Rizas getting his goal and his 8 rating. So he's been playing exceptionally well also for Perugia. Every time I look at him, he seems to be scoring goals and he's not getting starts. So that's interesting. Let's take a look at our team now. Crespo with the goal, of course, and an 8 rating. Coco and Vivas both with 8 ratings in defence. So that's a nice change. I'm happy to see that. Anything particular? Key passes from Calon, Emre and Okan. That's pretty good. Fouls and fouls, interceptions. Overall, the team's played pretty well. So, pretty happy with that. Latest scores. aggregate 3-0. So it looks like Milan's going through, looks like Parma's going through against Cagliari so far. So there we go there. Inter through, Parma through, Milan through. And taking a look at the quarterfinal draw, we'll be playing Parma, Udinese will be playing Milan, Juve will be playing Como. That's a turn up for the books. Bologna will be playing Atalanta, and that is your Coppa Italia quarterfinal. We have won our second round. We were aware of that, and we are now into the quarterfinals. Now, as promised, we're going into our board confidence. We're going to the FA, and we are having a whinge about the referee for not giving that penalty. They agree that the standard was poor, and they'll be reviewing the referees' future matches with great interest. That's one thing I love about Championship Manager. You can whinge about the referees. How cannot get more realistic than that. So, with that, that'll bring episode 15 to a close. As I said, if you liked it, please subscribe and leave a like. Leave some comments, let us know how you think we're doing. If you've got any feedback, that would be brilliant. Our next game is against Empoli. We will probably skip over that given where we are in the league now. Our next big game will be against Parma, so we'll definitely take a look at that in the Coppa Italia quarterfinal. In the meantime, look after yourselves, please stay safe, and we'll see you next video.